One affecting the U.S. coast right now. Hurricane Jose, the warnings up the coast from New York City through New England. And the other major concern tonight, Hurricane Maria. Late today, growing to a Category 4 now, heading straight for the U.S. Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico. What it could then mean for the east coast of the U.S. St. Louis bracing for new protests at this hour. Outrage over a judge's decision in a deadly police shooting. What does the video show? Also tonight, two deadly shootings in both cases. Police say a car pulling up, the gunman shooting victims at close range. Are the shootings driven by race? President Trump tonight, after saying the UN is not a friend of the U.S., that they don't solve problems, what will he now say in his major speech there? And the deadly collision, a tour bus slamming into a city bus, the victims pinned.
This is ABC World News Tonight with David Muir.
Good evening. It's great to have you with us here on a Monday night. And as we begin another week together here, two hurricanes we are watching very closely at this hour. The first one hitting right now, you can see there Jose hugging the U.S. coastline. Dangerous winds, rip currents, and heavy rain. And then look there over the Caribbean. That's Hurricane Maria, potentially catastrophic. Late today, strengthening to a Category 4 hurricane, bearing down on some of the same islands. Just now recovering from Irma. The outer bands already battering St. Lucia, Puerto Rico bracing for a direct hit. In some places, so much destruction already from Irma, they're telling people to use rocks to hold down loose debris. And where will Hurricane Maria then go? The spaghetti models tonight showing the hurricane tracking north and right toward the U.S. Chief Meteorologist Ginger Zee is here. Ginger, first Jose, because Jose is hitting right now. We can feel the effects already.
Already seeing 7 to 8 foot waves from Virginia Beach up through the central Jersey Shore, David, and that's why we have to start here. The tropical storm watch in place from Islip up through New London, Connecticut. The warning for Newport, Rhode Island through Plymouth, Massachusetts. This is really tomorrow night through Wednesday when we see the biggest effects, and that would be gusts and waves 12 to 17 feet on the eastern tip of Long Island. Nantucket closing in noon on Wednesday at 60-mile-per-hour winds. The piling of water and certainly the waves the biggest deal. A quick look at that eye. Everyone's eye is on. That would be Maria. And Maria has Puerto Rico, as you said, in its sights. But right now, Dominica, in the next couple of hours, going to feel the effects of this Category 4 hurricane. As it moves west-northwest, I think we will end up seeing it closer to the Bahamas and then heading east.
You can see that eye fully formed there. In the meantime, Ginger, the spaghetti models coming in late today, and they're beginning to converge?
They are. I mean, the next 48 hours, they are right in there. And so it looks like it cuts across Puerto Rico, especially that northeast side, the U.S. and both British Virgin Islands. Then it starts to diverge a bit, staying east of Florida. That's everybody's big question. And then we'll have to watch as we go into the weekend. This is a little too far out to tell, honestly, where from South Carolina out into the Atlantic it will go. Because the Jose interaction actually will be interesting to see, too.
To watch that as well. But possible U.S. landfall late this weekend.
And we will watch for that, but it's not something we can say for definite right now.
Very early, but we'll be tracking it all week long, Ginger. Thank you. And as you saw there, parts of the East Coast feeling Jose already tonight and for the next 24 hours, reaching from the Carolinas, as Ginger said, all the way up to Massachusetts, including some areas hit hard by Sandy. ABC's Lindsay Janis on the warnings up tonight. She's in Belmar, New Jersey.
Tonight along the East Coast, Jose bringing angry surf and warnings to beachgoers.
I would stay out of the water today because the outgoing tide can suck you right out.
The center of Jose well offshore, already flooding roads in the Outer Banks. Heavy equipment being used to build protective dunes, and first responders being put on alert all the way to New England. Jose could bring winds topping 50 miles an hour and waves up to 15 feet to areas that were ravaged by Superstorm Sandy in 2012.
We were concerned yesterday with just people walking along the shoreline being hit by the shore break at high tide.
Many beaches banning swimming and surfing altogether.
You never know what kind of surprises are in store, so we're going to prepare for the worst and hope for the best.
And Lindsay Janis joined us live tonight from the Jersey Shore. And Lindsay, I know they're worried about rip currents, about flooding, but where you are, they are also concerned about erosion.
That's right, David. The last time the federal government replenished this beach was right after Sandy. The mayor here tells us this community and others are in desperate need of reinforcement in order to protect homes and businesses here. David?
Lindsay Janis with us live tonight. Lindsay, thank you. In the meantime, the next threat, of course, it's major, Hurricane Maria. And as Ginger said, growing into a Cat 4 late today. Satellite images tonight showing that giant storm, the eye churning there. Some of the same islands hit by Irma will get hit now. And it could grow even stronger before it slams into the British Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico. Meteorologist Rob Marciano on the desperate race to prepare there.
Tonight, Hurricane Maria rapidly intensifying. Residents bracing across the Caribbean. Puerto Rico boarding up. The second major hurricane bearing down on the island in less than 2 weeks. Flights to San Juan usually packed with tourists. Today, mostly residents scrambling to get back home. Maria now poised to make a direct hit.
People are nervous, scared?
Definitely.
Yeah.
You know, it's been a while since we got such a strong hurricane hit us directly, so yeah.
The eye of the deadly Category 5 Hurricane Irma passing just north of here. Winds on the island reaching 70 miles per hour. Irma devastating the Virgin Islands and the island of St. Martin, destroying some 90% of the buildings on the island of Barbuda.
We cannot afford to be complacent, so we need to pull out all the stops and prepare for an impact, just in case.
Those islands already decimated, racing to clear debris left behind by Irma.
All of the debris that's piled up behind me, we're worried about that becoming projectiles.
Residents asked to use rocks or anything heavy to weigh down debris.
And we know that Irma passed north of Puerto Rico. This is going to be different given the current track. Rob is live in San Juan tonight. And Rob, that current forecast has Puerto Rico getting this as a Category 4, even a Category 5 hurricane?
Yeah, right on the cusp of it, David. 155-mile-an-hour Category 4 hurricane likely slicing the island right in half. I mean, the last time they had a storm even remotely close to this was back in 1989 Hurricane Hugo. But this, Maria, much, much stronger. So this island is certainly going to be tested on Wednesday. David.
All right. The ominous skies there behind you, too. Rob Marciano live. Rob, thank you. And stay with us this week for these hurricanes. And as always, you can download the ABC News app now for breaking news alerts on the warnings for the Northeast already up tonight with Jose, and for alerts on Hurricane Maria as she approaches. In the meantime, next to the other major news this Monday night, President Trump making his first appearance at the UN. He has said the UN is no friend of the United States. Today, in his first visit to the UN, calling them mismanaged, but offering to help. But tomorrow, the president's major speech to the General Assembly. How will he handle North Korea, and what message will he send to the UN with the world watching? ABC's chief White House correspondent Jonathan Karl tonight.
President Trump made his UN debut today, declaring he wants to make the United Nations great.
In recent years, the United Nations has not reached its full potential because of bureaucracy and mismanagement.
Not long ago, he was one of the UN's harshest critics.
The United Nations is not a friend of democracy. It's not a friend to freedom. It's not a friend even to the United States of America. When do you see the United Nations solving problems? They don't. They cause problems.
Today, though, he was upbeat, even saying the Trump apartment building across the street was such a success because it's so close to the United Nations. But amid a flurry of meetings, no public mention yet of the biggest issue on the agenda this week, North Korea. It's been about a month since Trump made this threat.
North Korea best not make any more threats to the United States. They will be met with fire and fury like the world has never seen.
Since then, North Korea has launched 3 missile tests and conducted their most powerful nuclear test to date. Over the weekend, the president branded North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un Rocket Man, but he didn't mention him today. Instead, we saw a lighter moment at this meeting with French President Macron. The president recalled the big military parade he saw when he visited Paris on Bastille Day, and now he wants one too.
We may do something like that on July 4th in Washington, down Pennsylvania. I don't know, we're going to have to try and top it, but we had a lot of planes going over, we had a lot of military might, and it was really a beautiful thing to see.
Perhaps a parade coming in our future. In the meantime, John with us now. President Trump delivers this major address at the UN tomorrow. But as you point out, the fire and fury line, but then 3 missile launches from North Korea. People are going to be watching very closely what he says on North Korea tomorrow.
And there is no doubt you are going to hear a very tough line from the president on North Korea. And David, keep in mind, over the last several days, we have heard from virtually all of the top players on his national security team saying that there are military options available to the United States if diplomacy fails.
All right, John Karl, good to have you in New York for a change. We continue with the other news, and to St. Louis now, the city bracing for potential protests tonight after the acquittal of a white police officer in the fatal shooting of a black suspect. Peaceful demonstrations turning to violent clashes now for several nights, the police battling for control of the streets. And protesters are gathering at this hour. ABC's Kenneth Moten from St. Louis.
Tonight, St. Louis at a boiling point. Police prepping for more violent protests. After 3 nights of chaos, protesters took to the streets armed with weapons, rocks, and police say an unknown chemical. 120 arrested so far.
We're in control. This is our city, and we're going to protect it.
A different scene in the light of day.
No justice! No peace!
Demonstrators in the streets today for a peaceful march, arms linked.
I don't want to be out here, but what else can we do but protest peacefully?
The catalyst for these protests, the acquittal of ex-police officer Jason Stockley in the 2011 fatal shooting of a black man, Anthony Lamar Smith. Stockley chased Smith during a pursuit, the judge finding he was heard on dash cam saying, "We're killing this expletive." That former officer is now speaking out.
I don't recall saying it, but I never denied it. There was no plan to murder Anthony Smith during a high-speed vehicle pursuit.
That's the rock. One restaurant owner showed us the rock that shattered his window. Businesses in this popular shopping district already hit hard, bracing for tonight's protest.
The people that like to just cause damage for damage's sake, they don't help anybody. They don't help the cause of the people marching.
Kenneth Moten with us live tonight in St. Louis. He's in front of some of those boarded up businesses already. And Kenneth, you were telling us police on high alert once again headed into tonight.
David, police say their goal is to stop more destruction. Each night they've been aggressively arresting more people, so expect another show of police force tonight. David.
Kenneth Moten with us tonight. Kenneth, thank you. Next from Baton Rouge, a person of interest in the killing of 2 black men, separate cases. That potential person of interest has been released from custody after posting bail on a drug charge. Police say they did not have enough evidence to hold him in killings that they say may be racially motivated. Here's ABC senior justice correspondent Pierre Thomas tonight.
Tonight, authorities investigating 2 eerily similar murders in 2 days and whether the gunman was motivated by race. After 2 middle-aged black men were shot by an apparent stranger just 5 miles apart in Baton Rouge. The victims, Bruce Cofield, 59, thought to be homeless, and Donald Smart, 49, who worked at a local diner. Shell casings point to the same weapon at both crime scenes, and police suggest the killer was cold-blooded, firing from his car, then walking up to the victims and shooting them at close range.
There's a guy laying on the ground. He'd been shot multiple times.
Donald Smart's family and co-workers shell-shocked.
I will love that man till the day that I die.
It's mind-boggling for somebody to take a person's life like that. He was a good man.
And tonight, police continue to say they're investigating a 23-year-old white male as a person of interest and say it's possible the killings were hate crimes.
We're looking at other motives, but that's definitely on the table.
Police say the person of interest was driving a car similar to one seen by a witness. But tonight, they don't have enough evidence to charge anyone, so the community remains on edge. David?
Pierre Thomas in Washington. We turn overseas tonight. New developments after that terror attack on a London subway. Look at this tonight. New surveillance of an 18-year-old now in custody, seen carrying a bag much like the one found on that train. And tonight, the British couple who took him into their home as a refugee. That family had been honored by the Queen for taking in refugees. ABC's chief foreign correspondent Terry Moran from London tonight.
Caught on a security camera, just a glimpse of a young man, but look at that white bag he's carrying. 90 minutes later in that subway car, there's the smoking remnants of the botched Parsons Green bombing in a white bag. The 18-year-old suspect under arrest, seen here on a second security camera, hasn't been named by police, but ABC News has learned he is an Iraqi refugee who came to the UK 3 years ago after his parents died. Today, investigators were swarming over the row house in suburban London where the suspect lived for a time. The home's owners, Penelope and Ronald Jones, once honored by the Queen because they'd served as foster parents for more than 200 kids over the years, including the second suspect, arrested this weekend in West London, believed to be 21-year-old Yahya Farouk, a Syrian refugee. A neighbor says there'd been increasing police activity at that house before the attack.
The last couple of times they were dressed in black, no police cars. It looked like it was all, undercover, Secret Service kind of stuff.
Police were also searching the home where Farouk was currently living, just yards from the runway at Heathrow Airport.
British investigators say this bomb was made from TATP. That's a signature ISIS weapon, cheap and deadly, but so unstable, terrorists